There we go.
All right.
Cool. And we will be live on Facebook in 3, 2, 1. Hi, everybody. Good afternoon. Adam Bricker here from Adam Connects. It's my honor, my privilege, and my pleasure to introduce you to Bobby Aldridge today. Hey, Bobby, how you doing?
Hey, good, Adam.
Bobby's coming to us live from California, and today we're going to have the master of mobility talk about swing speed. Now, the speed of which you hit the ball has a big effect, especially on your driver. But I'm just the host over here. I'm going to bring in the expert. Bobby, so happy to have you back today.
Thanks for having me on. This is great.
Oh, yeah, this is fantastic. The feedback's been great. Your mobility exercises are phenomenal. It's like being in great shape without having to do workouts. But today, our focus is all about swing speed. Tell everybody why that's so important.
Well, the further you hit the ball, the shorter it is to hit your shot in, which means you can hit it closer to the pin and make more putts. So you make more birdies and it makes the game a lot more fun. But swing speed is like the key to playing great golf. But like we talk about, mobility will help you get there. And today I'm going to talk about some of the drills we do with an alignment stick, stuff that you already have in your golf bag right now. And you don't have to go buy stuff. You'll be able to do these things just by using these simple little drills that we do. And I'm going to talk about strength, how to increase your strength, because strength times speed is power. And that's what hits the ball further.
So. All right, we're going to power up your golf game today. And remember, the name of the company is BAM Metrics. That means everything's measurable. So we want to make sure that you're measuring your swing speed. If you know what your swing speed is, you got a great starting spot. But if you don't know what your swing speed is, we're really going to want you to measure it so you can know how easy it is to improve your swing speed, how much further the ball goes. And Bobby said you get more birdies. But come on, Bobby, you told me before that when we were talking, you hit some eagles yesterday, didn't you?
I did. I had 3 eagles yesterday in 27 holes.
So he doesn't just teach you, he's walking the talk. He's popping those eagles into the cup. Now, what we're going to talk to you about today is improving your game with things you already have in your bag and things you can do while you're not on the course. So in your garage, like where Bobby is now, in the parking lot, on the practice greens, wherever you can, you're going to be able to develop extra speed on your swing. All right, I'm handing it over to you. Everybody, here's Bobby Aldridge from BAM Metrics.
All right, so guys, what we do to increase swing speed, there's only 5 things you can do, okay? Most of you do number 1. You go out and buy a new piece of equipment, right? We get that new driver. Because every year they say they're going to add 10 yards or 20 yards to your drive. After 10 years, you should have added 200 yards to your drive. So that's the first thing you guys talk about. The second thing is what Bryson DeChambeau did is he gained mass and size. He got stronger, right? So that's number 2. Number 3 is you can have a longer swing. So you see a lot of those long drive guys with the huge swings, or John Daly with that long swing. That's another way to increase your swing speed. Number 4 is your ground force reaction. So a lot of that is the push off. You've been seeing that like all these kids like Justin Thomas, how skinny and small he is, but how much power he generates. It's because of his ground force reaction. He's pushing off the ground to get that. And then number 5 is the cadence of your swing. So I can get all of you day 1 within 5 minutes to swing 3 to 5 miles an hour faster. And this is the trick. Cadence of your swing, how fast you take it back and come through the ball is going to turn that up. So you've heard slow, low and slow for years, low and slow. Well, there was a guy that was a physics expert and said, why do you guys swing slow back to go fast forward? He's all, if you want it to go faster forward, swing it back faster. Because what does that do? That puts that tension through the core immediately. And then you can crack the whip faster coming down. So those are the 5 things of changing your body. I want to show you guys a couple ones of the strength factor that's going to really help you increase that acceleration, okay? So your pushing muscles, your chest shoulders are your accelerators. So let me show you a little exercise that we do to increase that. It's called medicine ball push-ups. Now, if you're a total beginner, you can kneel down like this and do this exercise, okay? You push to the ball and you go out wide. So we're gonna do push-ups, but I'm moving boxes with my hands. I'm moving in one box each time. So what this is doing is, it's not about the push-up. This exercise is building my core strength. A guy I used to work with, Don Chu, who just retired last year, physical therapist, 4 years, worked with NBA, worked with NFL. He worked with everyone from Stanford. And he was the one, we're talking about this exercise and we're like, why is this working so well? Why do I feel so connected and strong? And he said, Don said, Bob, that's a core exercise. When you go to the ball, we're planking on the ball each time we go back, right? So we're plank, set, push off, plank, set. So every time we move, we're doing this exercise. And I have a lot of like pro athletes that try this exercise. I actually had a boxer try this one. And when I first met the guy, we're talking to the gym owner. The gym owner said, hey, Bob, can you come over and show my pro boxer how to do this? And I said, sure. So I go over and the dad, 6'4", tattoos all over. He goes, we do medicine ball push-ups. And I'm like, oh, great. So I jump down, I start doing them. And I did 28 of them. Then I get up and let him go. He goes 7, 8, 9, and flips off the ball on the ground. And the dad kind of looked at me. His core isn't connected, so he can't get that acceleration, that strength that you feel when you push through that ball. So for you guys trying to hit it longer, this is building your shoulder strength because the ball's moving, right? So your rotator cuff's getting better. And what's that important for? When you swing through the shot right there, this is pulling. Those are your decelerators. This is going to strengthen that rotator cuff so you guys don't pull your rotator cuff. Okay, I have a lot of guys that get injured in their rotators because they're weak. We're going to strengthen that. So that's one exercise. Then the other one I like to do, which is awesome for your decelerators, is this. This is called a Pallof walkout. So we just use a band. Get in your golf stance. Up, move one box. Come down, up, move one box. So what is this doing? This is pulling me this way. So I'm working on anti-rotation. So it's giving me great balance because my body wants to be pulled this way. So I'm fighting that rotation. So I'm going to do it on this side and I'm going to do it on this side. Up, and I move one box. Now, if you see my mat on the floor, I'm moving one box at a time and my feet are like this. One box at a time this way. Now, if I did that exercise with my feet this wide, it's way easier. The closer my feet come, the harder it is because there's more rotation. The hardest is when I put my feet in a line right there. This is the hardest one you can do. And I had a baseball player with the Yankees who wanted to keep raising the weight up. And I said, no, we're going to lighten the load. And he goes, no, I need to get stronger. I'm all, this will make you stronger. Watch this. So I take his weight and I go across doing this exercise. Okay, I did like 4 boxes. He starts to do it. He goes boom, boom, and whoa, and he falls over. And he's like, geez, you made that look really easy. And I said, because my core is connected. That's what I teach every day. So the medicine ball push-ups, the anti-rotation drill, right? We call it a Pallof walkout, okay? And again, work basis support. Those are 2 things that make you more stable. So like when I'm hitting my shots, my driver, I'm really sitting and holding and I'm really strong through my core as I push off and go through that. And that's what's going to help increase your swing speed. So if you're not mobile and strong, you can't crack the whip. Your body knows what you can do, okay, in your brain. So if you haven't, it's kind of like, what do you call that? It keeps you from going past 80 miles an hour, right? That's the way your brain thinks. So if it knows you're weak, it's not going to let you swing fast, okay? But as you get more stable, right, stronger, then you can swing faster. And the faster you swing, the further the ball goes. And also, you're closer to the green. We're going to make more birdies. Okay. It's really that simple. You see the tour players nowadays, they hit it as far as they can. They go find it, they wedge it on the green, and they move on. And it doesn't matter where it is. I mean, Bryson literally won the US Open by hitting the ball 370, 370, 370. And he was hitting it in the thick grass. It didn't matter where it was, right? And everybody said, that's not possible. He's not going to be able to get out of that grass. First of all, he's so strong, he can swing right through that grass and just cut it like butter, right? So these are just a couple drills to add to your routine. And you can do this Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then next week, Monday, Thursday. The following week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Following week, Monday, Thursday. So you just do it 5 times every 2 weeks. And if you do this for 6 weeks, you're going to notice a huge difference in how you feel. You're actually going to feel stable. And when you feel more stable, you can really go after that and really explode on the ball, right? Because you're not moving all over the place. Okay. So those are 2 of my favorites. Another one, which I call a strengthener.
Bear with me a second, Bobby. I just want to do a little bit of a summary to catch everybody up, because
Sure.
most of the people watching, they're used to improving their golf game by either buying new equipment or doing something on the course. But you're bringing in so far two incredible exercises that increase their core strength, that allow them to be stronger and be more mobile while they're playing golf. And that's going to allow them to swing faster and in turn hit the ball farther.
Right. Right on.
Cool. All right. Yeah. Now you have a third exercise, right?
Yeah. Let me show you this one. So a little mini band, we put this on our ankles, and then we're going to work a thing called staggered stance mini band walk. So now my feet are spread apart. The wider my feet are, the harder this is. So when I start here and do 3 boxes, this is as hard as it can be. If I bring it to 1 box, this is much easier and I can build up on this. But what this is doing is it's sideways. So it's working my hips by pushing, I'm stabilizing my hips. A lot of you guys get low back pain, okay? It's because you're weak. Your glutes are weak. You need to strengthen this up and then take out the rotation. This exercise right here puts strength in your hips. So with the mat, you can do this exactly perfect, back and forth, and control it. And I'll tell you a story. I had 17 trainers I was working with in a room. For 3 weeks, I had 3 of them, okay? The 4th week, all 14 other trainers, the boss wanted in to work with me to learn this stuff that day. So I lined up 4 mats going across, okay? These guys do these bands and stuff all the time, right? They're big buff trainers. So I go like this. Okay, guys, I want you doing 3 boxes, go all the way across and back 3 times, okay? So they're literally doing it like this. And they're all, oh, jeez, oh, they're on fire, right? Because you can't cheat because you got the boxes. So normally people do this exercise, they just kind of move like this. They're all, this is easy, right? I'm moving my feet together. That's what makes this easy. So this leg's working, this leg does nothing. This leg works, this leg does nothing. When you do it here on the boxes, I'm working both sides at the same time. It's double the work. Does that make sense? So I'm strengthening those hips so I have better balance when I swing my through the shot, but I also, my back doesn't hurt because my hips are strong, okay? Which is gonna help you crack the whip. I had a lady who's basically been with me now for 3 weeks. I think she's on her 4th week. When she went out and played, pain-free, she was in pain for 9 months with back pain and shoulder pain. After the 3 weeks, she went out and shot her lowest round ever. This is a lady that's 65 years old. 77, she goes out, 78, she goes out the next day to play again and shoots 77.
Wow.
And she's like, holy mackerel. And the funny thing about this was her husband is the doctor for the San Francisco Giants. And 9 months, she was seeing all the experts. In 3 weeks, I got her feeling better. He's now coming to see me consistently once a week. So I'm telling you, these drills will make you feel great, as they also will help you play better. And it's just little bits of time. I'm not asking you for a lot, just 4 sets of push-ups with the medicine ball. If you're new to it, start on the mat and go in just 7 reps and call it 1 set. Go back out, that's your 2nd set. Go back in, that's your 3rd set. And take, if you're a beginner, go 60 to 90 seconds in between those sets. On the pal off, you just walk out on the mat to the end and go back and then switch sides. Again, do that 4 times. So maybe you do push-ups today and do the pal off the following day, and then do the bands on your 3rd day. And that's your routine. Does that make sense? So you can do 1 a day if you don't want to do all 3 on Monday, right? And then all 3 on Wednesday and all 3 on Friday.
Now, if you did all 3 on the same day, does that still work for you?
Oh, 100%. Yeah, that's
Okay.
like your work. That's your workout. And that's ideal. So you do push-ups first, do the pal off second, do the band third, because you'll be tired. The band's the easier one of those 3. The medicine ball one's the hardest. The pal off's pretty hard too, it's depending on the band that you use and how far out you go. But yeah, Monday, Wednesday, Friday is ideal for your average person.
So the
That's
stronger you get, the more you can use reps and a stronger band to make it harder and harder to get stronger and stronger.
Right. So for example, on the pal off, if I was going to make that harder, I would just move the mat out a little bit. That's how I make it harder, right? So the band, the closer I am to the wall, the easier it is. The further I go out there, the harder it's going to be as I get out there. That makes sense, guys?
It does. It does. So I just want to let everybody know, if they're watching, all these exercises and the equipment are available on bammetrics.com. We have the links down below so you can click on them and get everything you need from Bobby.
Yeah, you guys can always reach out to me with a question or something that I can answer for you, because 8 out of 10 people have back pain, and they really shouldn't. It's lifestyle nowadays. Those blocks that we have, you lay on those every night. That's going to take that tension off your shoulders and your neck from working on a computer, texting on your phone with your neck forward all the time. And for a lot of you guys to understand this, if your neck is forward like this, when you swing a golf club, it's really hard to rotate, okay? But if I'm neutral, my head's over my shoulder, right? It's easy for me to get in that position, okay? But if I'm rounded forward, we call this the old man, right? They're rounded. This makes it really hard to rotate, and you can't get any speed, right? So by laying on those blocks, you're opening up that chest and shoulders, right? To be more athletic, which will help you with your rotation. And that's how you're going to get that extra speed.
All right. You have Bobby Aldrich with Bammetrics here showing you how to build your strength, build your mobility, swing faster, and hit the ball farther. Cool. So we got 3 exercises out so far. What's next, Bobby?
Okay. So now you guys all have a thing called an alignment stick, right? In your golf bag. And you drop it on the ground and you hit your shots because it's teaching you how to hit it straight, right? Well, what I do is I throw a grip on there. Okay. And then I'm going to teach you guys how to crack the whip. So remember what I was saying before? Your body knows. Well, if you can't crack the whip and stop it, this is your brakes. You see how I'm stopping it right there? That's my core holding on. The first time you do this, you'll probably go like this. Okay, you'll not be able to stop it. You won't understand. So I want you to crack the whip fast. Crack it, and then swing it as hard as you can. Okay, and we do this both ways. So we do it right-handed, we do it left-handed. I usually do 3 to 5 reps on each side 3 times, and that's it. Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Okay. Now, to add to that, I like to do, we go on the ground here and we put our foot out front. Okay. We're going to get this. And let me explain this. The deceleration, the reason why this works so well is it's like brakes on a car. If I can stop this, the brakes are good, right? If they're flowing through, you can't have a Ferrari, right? Brakes. You need Ferrari brakes to be able to do this, not Toyota brakes, okay? Otherwise, you're not going to have a Ferrari to swing fast. So the decelerations build that core strength as you hold on. So when I go back, I'm sinking forward, and then I'm cracking the whip. Sink, crack the whip, okay? Now, the swing speed guys teach this. They have you swinging like this. You know, the swing speed's in every bag out there in the country. I would not do that drill. It doesn't teach you how to use ground force reaction, okay? It actually teaches you to come over the top, all right? We wanna swing the club properly, bring that foot up, put it out in front of you. And I use my mat, so I have a number on here, so I know where to put my foot, and I'm in a line, okay? So if I showed you straight on, actually this way. So when I'm down here, I put my knee on the line, I put my foot on the line. Does that make sense? So I'm directly in a line. Then I'm gonna crack the whip like this. Does that make sense? Okay, so I'm pushing back. That's that ground force reaction that most of you don't use properly, okay? So this drill is gonna help you with 2 decels, 1 swing, and I call it a helicopter swing. So you come around and let it helicopter, okay? Takes the tension off your elbows, your shoulders, and your wrist, okay?
Hey, Bobby,
So
we have a
those-
question for you from John from Tennessee.
Sure.
John wants to know why both ways, why right-handed and left-handed?
Okay, so they did a study actually like a year ago, and they had guys that were swinging 109 miles an hour. They had them swing only left-handed, okay? They were all righties. All left-handed, 39 swings, Monday, Wednesday, Friday for 6 weeks. On average, remember, they all swung 109 miles an hour. So these aren't guys that swing 80, 109. On average, they went up 6 miles an hour. They didn't hit balls. They didn't do any training except swinging the opposite way. What's happening is it's building strength on the other side, okay? So by doing the exercise the opposite way, you're getting more mobile and you're also helping yourself. Like before I tee off, I always swing right-handed like 10 or 15 times, always. And then throughout the day, I'll do a few opposite. I'm a lefty, so I'll swing the opposite way. I'll go right-handed throughout the day to get the other side of the body working. So I'm not just all rotated this way, right? Because all day long I'm swinging lefty, I'm gonna be rotated a little bit to the right. Does that make sense?
It does, it does. I hope that answers John's question out in Tennessee. Bobby, on our previous webinar, you talked about taking rotation out of your body, and most people are not swinging the other way. What happens to a body when you're playing golf and you're hitting all your shots just one direction?
Your body's getting rotated. And if you have some muscle that's strong, some muscle that's weak with rotation, you start to have pain. So a lot of guys on the tour, they walk off and they go to the therapy van and they go, oh, my back hurts right here. Can you work on me? Literally, I'll sit in that room, you'll have 6, 7 players come walking in off the course and they're all talking, oh, my back, geez, my back. It's because they're rotated. It's like Will Zalatoris, okay? Look at this. Will Zalatoris looks like this. I can't even get to that position because it hurts my back. But he's so arched this way, he's putting tension on his spine. He's really crunched. That's why he has 2 bulging discs. If you notice, the PGA guy came out and worked on him on the course. He was twisting him. That's the worst thing to do. You don't want to twist when your back hurts. You want to take out rotation. So for example, a real simple exercise for all you guys, if you lay on your back, okay, I use the block like this, put it between your knees, exhale fully and squeeze the block as hard as you can. Do 6 breaths like that. Then get up and do a wall squat over here. So I'm going to sit against the wall. My feet, my ankles are in front of my knees. So I'm squeezing the block and I'm pushing from my ankles, my low back in the wall. This right now is going to take that pressure off that back immediately. It's the opposite of what Zalatoris needed, okay? They were rotating him, and that's why it got worse. If you saw the chiropractor lift him up and twist him back, that's like the worst thing he could have done to him, okay? That's when he went, oh, I'm done. Where if he did this and pushed his low back into a tree or a cart or something, it would have taken that pressure off there. And then the last one I'll give you, that's a simple one for you guys to do, is push and pull. Hand here, hand there. So this knee is going this way. This knee is going this way. Does that make sense? This one's going that way. This one's going this way. So I'm pushing and pulling as I exhale. Inhale, exhale. Now, when you exhale out fully, that's neutral. So for a lot of you guys trying to find neutral on the golf course, get in your golf stance, exhale out fully. That's tight now, okay? That's neutral. That's what Will Zalatoris needs to practice. That's why his back is bugging him and why he couldn't play in the FedEx last tournament. It was unbelievable. I couldn't believe that when I saw that. So, yeah, that's how the back can feel better.
Outstanding. Yeah. So your back gets rotated when you're swinging the golf club again and again. Bobby's advice: don't try to just unrotate. That could be the worst point when you're in pain. Go ahead and use the exercises Bobby just demonstrated to take the rotation out of your back.
Yep, right on.
Cool. Cool. Anything else for us for increasing swing speed today?
No, I think that's good for today. I think that'll get you guys started. You got 4 or 5 really good things there to help you increase the swing speed. Work on the cadence. Fast back means fast forward. You don't have to do that with your irons though. You can go slower because you don't need more speed with the irons. But if you're trying to hit it longer immediately, take it back fast and go after it. All right, guys.
So if you guys do these exercises at the intervals Bobby showed you, in 6 weeks, you'll feel different. By the way, Bobby, any side effects from improving your body and improving your core strength outside of golf?
Well, you could have weight loss at the same time, but just alone, you just feel better.
You feel better.
You literally feel better. You have more energy because you're standing right, you're breathing properly. You just feel better. So it makes things easier.
And I know going through the process, it gave me better blood flow. So my focus was better, my stamina was better, and I really appreciate that. And I didn't know how impactful it would be in my whole life. But you guys do it for golf and you get all the benefits for the rest of your life.
Well, and like I said, too, when you lay on those blocks, the really important thing to doing this is it's opening my chest and shoulders. So I'm going to breathe better. And for you guys that don't know what I'm talking about, I'll just show you real quick. It's this. You see my feet? I'm just laying here. This is exactly the opposite of what you do all day. So normally we're internally rotated, right? We're working forward, right? This way. So now I am the opposite. I'm opening up here and then I'm getting that internal rotation in my hips in here. Why is that important? So you can swing. Internal, external, internal, external. It's why everybody's back hurts right here. They don't have that rotation in the hips. And we'll go into that another time.
You got it. Thanks for being on today, Bobby. You heard it here. Now you can improve your swing speed. All the equipment, all the instructions available, bammetrics.com. The links are in the chat. I also put a link to Bobby's calendar. If you have any questions or any concerns with regard to what Bobby was talking about today, just use the link below, reach out to him, and we'll get your answers for you. Any last words, Bobby?
Be consistent and get on it. Go after it.
You got it. Be consistent, guys. For Bobby Aldridge, I'm Adam Bricker from Adam Connects, and we're out of here. See you on the links.